Okay, I'm gone. Nah. Show you a car warranty fine print that you should know about before signing on the dotted line. Now, I sold cars for a dealership for a really long time, and we would always tell customers when they came in, hey, listen, if you's got a problem with your car, bring it in. We'll take care of it. And they'd be like, oh, okay, that's cool. But then, when it came time to actually pay for the repair, there was always some kind of fine print that said that they weren't covered. Now, let me show you what it is. Okay, so right here under the heading, what is not covered, okay? The first one is pretty standard. Normal wear and tear. That makes sense? They're not going to cover that. Okay, then it says damage from racing or other excessive speed. That makes sense too. If you're racing a car and you break the engine, you probably shouldn't expect the dealership to pay for that. Then it says this: any vehicle driven in excess of 120 miles per hour. Now, this one kind of sucks because how often do you see a speed limit that says, in most places it's 80, and if you get over 100, you're probably going to get a ticket. But in certain places, particularly in Texas, I've driven on highways where there's no posted speed limit, so you can go as fast as you want. Now, I'm not advocating that you drive with no speed limit, I'm just saying it's out there. You can do it. Now, if you have an accident above 120 miles an hour, guess what? The dealership is not going to cover that. Let's keep going. It says mechanical or electrical breakdown due to lack of proper maintenance. Okay, that one makes sense. If you don't change your oil and your engine blows up, yeah, that's probably not going to be covered. Then it says any repairs which are not deemed necessary by the manufacturer. Okay, so that one's kind of subjective. Then it says cosmetic damage. That one makes sense. You get in an accident, you have a bunch of body damage, they're probably not going to cover that. Then it says glass breakage. So if your window is broken, they're probably not going to cover that either. Okay, now check this out. It says test bed and seal failure due to. Oh, what is this? What is this? I can't even read that. It's so small. Let me get my magnifying glass. It says test bed and seal failure due to track loading or abuse. Now that one I think is really crappy. Because how many times have you been driving down the road and you hit a pothole and your tire blows out? I've had that happen to me. I have a flat tire and I'm like, oh, this sucks. But if it happens at high speed, it could be much worse. Now, I think that getting a flat tire is not something that is preventable in most cases. I mean, you can't prevent a pothole from opening up in front of you. So that one kind of sucks. I want to hear from you. What is the crappiest fine print that you've ever seen on a car warranty? Leave a comment below. I'll post the best ones here.